Gopi Janara Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashodhanandana Jaya Raja Janaranjana Jaya Jasodhanandana Jaya Braja Jaya Jamu Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Giri Vanadari Jaya Giri Vanadari Yashodhanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parayacharya Stota Satu Shushi Mati Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 28, entitled Kapila's Instructions on Devotional Service, Text 17. Apicya Darshanam Shashvat Sarva Loka Namaskritam Santam Vayasi Kaishore Brityanugrabha Kataram Apicya Darshanam Shashvat Sarvaloka Namaskritam Santam Vayasi Kaishore Brityanugraha Kataram Apicya Darshanam Shashvat Sarvaloka Namaskritam Santam Vayasi Kaishore Brityanugraha Kataram Apicya Darshanam Shashvat Sarvaloka Namaskritam Santam Vayasi Kaishore Brityanugraha Kataram Apicya Darshanam Shashvat Sarvaloka Namaskritam Darshanam Shasvat Sarvaloka Namaskritam Samtam Vayasikai Shore Vrittanugraha Kataram Apijya Darshanam Shashvat Sarvaloka Namaskritam Santam Vayasikai Shore Vrittanugraha Kataram Apijya Darshanam. Very beautiful to see. Shashvat. Eternal. Sarvaloka. By all the inhabitants of every planet. Namaha Kritam. Worshipable. Santam. Situated. Vayasi. In youth. Kai Shore, in boyhood, Britya, upon his devotee, Anugraha, to bestow blessings, Kataram, eager. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki. The Lord is eternally very beautiful, and he is worshipable by all the inhabitants of every planet. He is ever youthful and always eager to bestow his blessings upon his devotees. Translation again. The Lord is eternally very beautiful, and he is worshipable by all the inhabitants of every planet. He is ever youthful and always eager to bestow his blessings upon his devotees. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki. The word Sarvaloka Namaskritam means that he is worshipable by everyone on every planet. There are innumerable planets in the material world and innumerable planets in the spiritual world as well. On each planet there are innumerable inhabitants who worship the Lord, for the Lord is worshipable by all but the impersonalists. The Supreme Lord is very beautiful. The word Shashvat is significant. It is not that he appears beautiful to the devotee, but is ultimately impersonal. Shashvat means ever existing. That beauty is not temporary, it is ever existing. He is ever useful. In the Brahma Samhita, it is also stated, Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Anantarupan Adya Puran Purasham Navayavanam Cha. The original person is one without a second, yet he appears old. He always appears as ever fresh as blooming youth. The Lord's facial expressions also indicate that he is ready to show favor and benediction to the devotees. For the non-devotees, however, he is silent. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, though he acts equally to everyone, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and because all living entities are his sons, he is especially inclined to those engaged in devotional service. The same fact is confirmed here. He is always anxious to show favor to the devotees, just as the devotees are always eager to render service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord is also very eager to bestow benedictions upon the pure devotee. Om Vijnana Timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Umnitamyana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Translation again. The Lord is eternally very beautiful, and he is and he is worshipable by all the inhabitants of every planet. He is ever youthful and always engaged. He is ever useful and always eager to bestow his blessings upon his devotees.
Nama's watching. Just to let you know.
So it says quite a lot in here that he is worshipable by all the inhabitants of every planet. So that means everybody can worship Krishna. Everybody has the capacity to worship Krishna, and we can't think that we're the only ones who can worship Krishna, and because it's true that pretty much everybody in this world are doing some sort of service for Krishna, and we can't judge people. That's what I get from this, and Krishna acts for our desires. So that's why not everyone is with him all the time. Not everyone can fix their mind upon Krishna. Not everyone chants because it's their own desire. But one example which I'd like to give about people. I was on the book table with Nitya Chand, and we were talking about how bad it is to smoke and intoxication, and we were talking about how stupid it was. And then here's this guy, he came up and then he was smoking, and then he took a Bhagavad Gita and he sat with the book table, and he helped us put the book table back. He did a really great service for Krishna. So I think that's my realization from this verse in memory, which I have, which relates. And it says in the purport, for the Lord is worshipable by all but the impersonalist. And for me, what I get from this is that everybody can change. Everybody can change. They can change. And if I thought I was going to be into this a few years ago, I would have been definitely not, no way. But you just see how people change with the chanting, and there's so many examples of devotees changing, and people say, oh, this person, this politician, this devotee, this impersonalist, they're never going to change. They're always going to be an atheist. But you can change. It's proven. It says here you can change, and it says also in the purport, Shastra means ever existing. That beauty is not temporary. So beauty is not temporary for us, and that's nothing in the material world is beauty is temporary. Sorry, nothing in the material world lasts. So money doesn't last. Nothing lasts. This is not going to last. It's going to become dust sooner or later. And this is depressing to hear this. It's like your body's not going to last. When you're young, you always think, oh, I'm going to last forever. I'm never going to be old. But it's actually not like that. It's actually that doesn't happen, because you become old, and then it's depressing. And to think this as a teenager, for example, I begin to understand why depression and suicide is so common, because there's this impression, people get this realization that nothing lasts, and they think that their body's just gonna become dust sooner or later, and this is really depressing. So that's why we're here. We're here to, as devotees, to kind of kind of give them the realization that we're not the body, and that can really help. That can really help everybody. And another point, which I'd like to read, I'll read from the purport. The Lord's facial expressions always indicate that he is ready to show favor and benediction to devotees. For the non-devotees, however, he is silent. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, though he acts equally to everyone, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all living entities are his sons. So, So Krishna acts equally to everyone, and even if you have that desire, so there's been some incidents where devotees, or just people in general, they have this experience where they go out of their body, maybe in a surgical room, and then they can see what their next body is. Like Madhumangal had a similar experience like that, and but it's also stated here that Krishna acts equally to everyone. So, for example, Madhumangal, he prayed, I'll devote my life to you, please help me. And Krishna helped him. And Krishna also helped me, even though I was in Meetipa, I was in nut job, I was trying to convince all of the students at the school to eat meat and everything. And Krishna reciprocates with me. Even though I didn't desire to stop eating meat, I just stopped. So, because, I'll give this example, it's nice. I asked my guru a question about Gollum from Lord of the Rings, and about two jivas being in one soul. And he said, no, that's not true. You can have your material mind, and then your soul. So your material mind acts like there's another jiva in your body. So people get really confused with this, and it's quite interesting because there's always a little voice talking to you, do this, do this, do this, and it's quite hard to stay focused when you have that going on in your head. And with Krishna, generally, it's nice to have a vice versa relationship, two-sided. So there's examples of relationships which don't last when it's not vice versa. You don't have a connection with the other person. And it's said, I'll ask you guys this question, what's the only price you can pay for bhakti yoga? The only price you can pay for bhakti yoga. Eagerness. That's the only price you can pay for bhakti yoga. Pardon?
What did you say?
Eagerness, yeah. And that's the way to have a vice versa relationship with the Lord, to be eager to have it. And another good way to develop a good relationship with the Lord is to please his devotees, so serve his devotees, and then the Lord is automatically pleased. So if you're thinking like, I can't do arati, I get all of my pronunciation wrong with the Sanskrit, I can't do this, because it's bhakti yoga, all of this ritualistic things which we do, it's quite challenging for the newcomers. So it's nice to know that if you serve devotees, they can teach you, they have the ability to teach you how to do this service. And so if we serve devotees, they reciprocate with us, as Krishna does reciprocate with us also. And it said in the purport, the Lord's facial expressions always indicate that he is ready to show benediction to the devotee. So the Lord's ready. The Lord's waiting for you. The Lord's ready for you to come to him. He's been waiting all this time. You just have to devote yourself. You just have to chant, and the Lord's there. As it says, when you chant, the Lord dances on your tongue. And that's great to chant, because everyone likes it when you call their name. And it's the same with Krishna. Krishna likes it when you call his name as well. And it says in the purport as well, for the non-devotee, however, he is silent. And as I said in the beginning, that's pretty harsh to hear, especially for non-devotees, so-called. But if you're reading this verse, if you come in contact, you're considered a devotee. That's very auspicious that you've come in contact with the Bhagavatam. And but Krishna will act for you. It's not like he only acts for his pure devotees. Krishna reciprocates, as I said at the beginning. And I just find that amazing, that if you do service for Krishna, you get 100 times more. And yeah, it's a great deal. Yeah. Anything you guys would like to share on this verse? Any realizations?
Okay. Just appreciating Krishna's beauty. We heard a couple of verses before how it's ever fresh.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, materially everything is decaying, but when we talk about Krishna's beauty, it's explained as being inconceivable, because it's ever fresh, and it's ever increasing as well, which is another thing that our minds find difficult to grasp. But actually the beauty of Krishna is ever increasing. We think, how is that possible? But by the mercy of Krishna, you get a glimpse of that, of how his beauty, don't we hear he's effulgent, he's emanating light and beauty and fragrance, and now we're hearing about his smell, and also how he's willing to give us this mercy at any opportunity. So if we can really appreciate that we've got the most beautiful person in all of existence willing to give us some mercy, then actually we feel very unqualified to be able to receive such a benediction. The greatest person is willing to give us benedictions. So that's again just how is that possible? So by contemplating these things, we almost like we're in awe and reverence that how is this possible?
Yeah.
But like I say, it's such a good deal, we'll take it. So there's many ways of just appreciating.
Yeah.
Like by coming together and hearing and reading, it just makes our day a big positive to just push on.
And you see how much people appreciate it when, say for example, for Holi, when everybody comes, they get amazed by the beauty of the temple. They come inside the temple, they look at the deities, they take darshan, and they're like, wow, it's so beautiful. And it is. When I first came into the temple, I just couldn't believe my eyes.
Krishna book, I just remember, when Krishna looks at his devotees, he becomes even more beautiful, like he's looking at Radharani, Krishna is looking more beautiful. So, as you mentioned that Krishna's beauty is not he is eternally beautiful, his Kaisha is always youthful, but it is ever increasing. There's no
Okay.
And he doesn't interfere with that. Like if
Mm.
he wants, just like that, he can control everything.
Okay.
But he doesn't want to control us, and he's taking everyone's heart. Like
Yeah.
Bhagavatam says that Krishna is like two birds.
Yeah.
We are
Okay.
Bhogi, and
Mm.
Krishna is there. He is witnessing. So, but he doesn't interfere.
Yeah.
He fulfills the one who is silent, his desire as well.
Mm.
Somehow comes himself, somehow he sends his agent, sends his devotees to bring him back. So he's all merciful, even to every one of us. to come through.
So he's saying that Krishna doesn't interfere with our lives. He lets us do what we want. He gives us free will. So that's what he's saying for those in the back or those on there who couldn't hear. Anyone else in the back have any realizations? On to our Srimad Bhagavatam ki.